What's going on, Entree Nation? Before I get into today's video, can you guys just do me a cookie crumb favor, which is watch, like, and subscribe to the channel? Because whether you know it or not, it helps me to help you. And in the end, we both get what we want. You guys keep getting great content, and I get the opportunity to keep bringing you guys great content. So I want to thank you guys in advance for that. And let's get into the topic. Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry, I would say, has been a surprise hit for HBO Max and Warner Brothers. And the reason why I say it was a surprise hit is because we're going to take a step back. That when Andy Machete came aboard and he wanted to do the remake of the It movies, and those movies was big box office success. And everybody like, okay, that's it. But then he came up with the concept and said, you know what? Pennywise is one of those clowns. It's one of those horror figures that is very, very interesting. And this is not him saying that. This is just me just speculating. That Pennywise is one of these horror icons that is very interesting, but people really don't know the backstory. And even myself, I've always said that who is and what is Pennywise? Is he a person? Is he a demon? Is he an alien? What is he? And a lot of people was right along with me like, yeah, like who is he? We would love to find out who it is. So when they decided to say, we're going to do a prequel series about Pennywise, some people was excited, but then you had some people that was like, I don't know, because, not saying that it's going to fail, but are people really going to be interested watching a show every week about Pennywise? And how they're going to make it work? Well, if you don't believe that Welcome to Derry and the It franchise as a whole is HBO's new money-making machine, think again. Let's get into the numbers. So when you look at it, the first 3 days when it premiered on HBO Max, it was averaging 5.7 million people watching it those first 3 days. Then episode 7 pushed the numbers up from 5.7 to 5.8. Then after that, the numbers went to 10.7 million people. Per episode. So what does that mean? That means that when the first 3 episodes came out, the numbers was good. And then when episode 7 came out, which was a really good episode, the buzz started to get out there. People started to talk about it. People started to tell people, man, you need to check this show out. If you like Pennywise the Clown, or if you like it, or even if you're looking for a good horror film series, you need to check this out. To the point now that the numbers jumped to 10.7 million people watching each episode. So that means that through word of mouth, people have started to go back and watch each episode from the beginning up to now, which is damn good. To the point now that Andy Machete and them was already talking about doing a season 2 and season 3. Now, we all know when they say that, somebody's in talks with a studio about it, we all know what that means. That don't mean that they're not going to do it. That means they're going to do it. But right now, they're just probably negotiating as far as contracts, money, all those sort of things. And what they're saying about season 2, season 3 is that it's not going to be the same cast from season 1. Which that kind of, some people was a little bit hurt about it, but some people were like, hey, okay, I understand. And with the success of the show, what it has done is that people who was already fans of the book and the movies was going to tune in to see this. But also it has opened the doors to attract a whole new fan base. So people who probably didn't know about it, people who probably heard about it, now it's like, let me go check out the series. Which means that when they check out the series, they're going to go check out the movies. They're going to go buy the books. And that's going to be great for HBO Max because the movies are on HBO Max. So equals out to the It franchise is definitely another money maker for HBO Max and for Warner Brothers. But the only thing I just hope that they don't do is that they don't try to mess things up, try to bring in somebody else than the original creative team that made it work. Just don't do that. Because what made this series pop off was that, number one, the writing. They took their time to make sure that every episode was good. And not only was it good, but each episode outdid the previous one. Number two, the cinematography. The movie was not shot cheap. It doesn't look cheap. Number three, the cast, everybody was on point. And of course, Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise, that's a no-brainer. We know that was going to work. So you have all these elements that made this series pop off. And I just hope that they don't make any changes and take that going into season 2 and season 3. But congratulations to HBO Max. They got another moneymaker brick on the house that they've been building for years. I just hope they don't mess it up. Stay tuned.